happened there? Um, I'm streaming from my phone. So let's see what happened. Oh my god, I know I'm not like live twice, am I? Um, Hopefully you guys can see me and hear me. Okay, so let's just go back. Okay, so what I was saying before we got disconnected so rudely, my phone just went black. It was kind of weird. Alexa, stop. And I mean it. She always got an attitude. Now, what I was saying before the technical difficulties is that the devil is always testing me every day. Every day, the devil is testing Chubb. Because I walk around on this earth and I see skincare concerns every day that I just want to fix. Like, I saw a good friend of mine on Instagram recently, and this person had so much hyperpigmentation on their face. And I'm just like, oh my god, I just want to give you tranexamic acid, 3% concentration with a 5% concentration niacinamide, and then 2% alpha arbutin. I just want to give you a bottle of this and have you use it for 7 months. I want to give you a retinol, a low strength retinol, 0.05%, and just use it for 9 months. I want to give you this mandelic acid to help you lift that discoloration off of your skin slowly but surely over time and brighten your skin and even your skin tone. Oh my god, it is so, I don't know. Is it anxiety inducing? I don't know. But I know it's a bad impulse because you should never give unsolicited advice to people unless they ask you for it. So I don't say anything. I don't say anything. I never say anything. But I want to say it I want to say stuff all the time, but I never say anything. I never say anything. The best way to tackle hyperpigmentation or discoloration is a multifaceted approach. And I have all, and the reason I have all my Allies of Skin products, I'll show you. I have all my Allies of Skin products out here because it's the buy one get one free sale this month, where you buy one, you get one free. And if you use my code or someone else's discount code, you get 15% off on top of that. So you can get up to 72% off your products this month. That's wild. Absolutely wild. Anyway, just looking at the Allies of Skin and PSA collection that I have, there's a multifaceted way you can approach tackling hyperpigmentation. And it's through several different products. You can add a vitamin C. Now, this is a vitamin C derivative. So, again, Okay, let me back up. I believe strongly that irritation is the gateway to every skincare concern imaginable. You give me a skincare concern, I'm going to tell you it started with irritation. Okay? Now, this is a vitamin C derivative, THD, tetrahexadecyl ascorbate. I love it. This is my standard vitamin C at this point in time because it works just as effectively as L-ascorbic acid, but at a slower pace and without irritation. I think that slow and steady is what wins the race. Like the turtle and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race when it comes to your skin, okay? I know that you can buy, you know, 500% glycolic acid and burn your fucking face off and grow new skin in 3 months, in 2 days. I know you can do that, okay? That's not my philosophy at this point. My philosophy for most consumers is to not irritate your skin. Don't buy things that are high percentages that's going to wreck your skin. Instead, reach for products that are going to be effective over a longer period of time. Listen, you aren't a fucking influencer. You don't need to have 1,000,002 different products. You find a couple products that work and you use those products consistently. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that consumers watch influencers like me, and well, not me, 'cause I don't do this anymore. But they watch a lot of influencers who are always trying the newest and the this and the that and da 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 da. Don't do that, y'all. Find some products that really are giving you results and stick with them. And don't worry about the new products coming out, because if what you're using is working, you don't need the fucking new product. Do you know what I mean? Hey Liam, how are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. Welcome to the stream. Um, so vitamin C for sure. This derivative is great for tackling hyperpigmentation. Like I just mentioned, this tranexamic acid advanced brightening serum has the holy trifecta of non-irritating ingredients, active ingredients that will fight discoloration. 5% niacinamide, 3% tranexamic acid, 2% alpha-arbutin. That's great. You can use this day and night. And then you want to have an exfoliant, preferably something gentle. Mandelic acid is the most gentle AHA out there, maybe lactic. Um, and so I love this. And it works slowly. It works gently at like lifting off the dead skin and revealing brighter, newer, fresher skin. I love it. And then you want to add a retinol. I think retinols are the it girls of the skincare world right now, because they are encapsulated. So they go where they need to go, and they don't. What's the word? They don't. What is the word I'm looking for when it comes to encapsulation? They don't degrade. So they don't degrade because they're encapsulated. They go where they need to go within the skin cells because they're encapsulated. So there's like that encapsulation method basically transports the retinol to where it needs to go to be effective and without causing a lot of irritation. Retinol is very low irritating, especially the lower amounts, while being just as effective, if not more, than retinol. So I think those four ingredients or product types is what you should have in your skincare repertoire if you're trying to battle hyperpigmentation. At least two of those things should be in your routine. Your question, Liam, is what do I think about the native deodorant? I don't think anything about it because I don't use it. I've heard bad things about it, to be honest with you. I have not heard good things about the native deodorant. Um, you're talking about the one you get at Target, right? At Target. I I don't think I have not heard good things. I've not used it myself because I found a deodorant that works for me. It's Degree Sport, by the way. Degree Sport works for me, not the regular Degree. Degree Sport. But I heard that the native. I heard. Okay, this is just what I heard, and I hear mixed things. But the one prevalent thing that I've heard is that it leaves you sweaty. I've heard that you smell okay, but that it does not like prevent sweat. And it's like, ooh, who wants to be wet? I mean, who wants to be wet when they don't want to be wet? You know what I mean? um, this is like my demon slaying dagger. We love it. Um, I think CeraVe. Okay, so let me give you my honest opinion about CeraVe. And Liam, I don't know if you're familiar with the channel. If you are not familiar and you enjoy talking to me, I implore you to subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you as a part of my community. But every Saturday, I do these live streams called Office Hours with Cho, yours truly, where you can ask me whatever questions you want. And we can talk back and forth, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. They can be skincare related, it can be commentary related, it can be politics, nutrition, finance, fitness. We can talk about whatever you want because these office hours are for you, Liam. Okay? So, um, an hour, usually 2 hours, or until my phone dies. I'm at 45% right now, so looking pretty good. Thank you so much, Liam. You're my boy, Liam. You're my boy, Liam. Does CeraVe a good skincare? Okay, so CeraVe. CeraVe is boring as fuck. CeraVe is what you use to prepare bodies for funerals. Okay. It's gonna work. It's gonna get the job done. It's effective, but it's boring. It's beige. It's hospital. It's like hospital decor. There's nothing exciting about CeraVe. But they are good for skincare routines. They are. So if you want something that is accessible, that you can find literally on every corner of any major city, you want something that is affordable. You're not gonna have to like go sell a kidney in order to afford good skin. Then that's good. And then it works. They are good formulations. Um, So if those are your biggest values, then I think CeraVe is a good choice. Now, as someone that is really into aesthetics, I love a good sensorial experience. I love a luxury experience. I love to be excited about my skincare routine because when I do indulge in skincare, it is a ritual for me. CeraVe does not cut it for me. It doesn't cut it. I don't like the packaging. It doesn't look good on my counter. Like those stupid reasons is why I don't like CeraVe. Why I don't purchase CeraVe for myself. I recommend it to people all the time, but it's just not the vibe for me. Like I want some shit like this that's gonna be on the counter. Do you know what I mean? Like I want this sitting on my counter. So So in a roundabout way, yes, CeraVe is great for skincare routines. It's just not a brand that you're ever gonna see me promoting actively or using myself on a regular basis. Kendra says my teen son likes and asks for CeraVe. I'm just happy. Listen, don't ask him any questions, Kendra. Don't try to convert him to any other brands. A young boy wanting to use CeraVe products and to have a skincare routine, don't touch it. Don't touch it, Kendra. Don't ask him any questions. Just buy him his CeraVe and leave him the fuck alone. Because I feel like most teenage boys, um, they barely want to slap some water on their face, let alone use a routine. You know? So I think that's wonderful. That's wonderful. And sorry about my stream ending randomly. That was really annoying. That was really obnoxious. That was like really rude, right? I didn't even do anything. I don't know what happened. But that's funny, Kendra. That's really funny. And by the way, I did not forget your question, Kendra, that you were asking me about AOS. I'm gonna give you the details, but I want to go into my emails and I want to be able to give you some receipts. So don't worry. Nautica Voyage is a good cologne, right? I don't know. I don't wear cologne. And I've tried. I'm just not a cologne person. I don't know why, but it just does not intrigue me in the least bit. I mean, the idea of smelling really nice is alluring to me. Like, because I'm already a very flirty person. I am really a flirty person in real life and online. I can't help myself. It's just fun, but I feel like cologne would enhance my flirty personality. But I'm also lazy. Like, the only thing I do in terms of my beauty regimen is skincare. That's it. I don't do shit to my hair. Um, I don't wear makeup. I don't. I hardly cut my nails. I don't do any type of manicuring or any like. I don't dress super well these days. Like I put on slacks. Like I love a good athletic pant. Um, and a non sweat shirt. I keep things really simple these days. And so the idea of having to add another step in my getting ready routine in the morning, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not spraying shit on my palms or I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. So no, no. So to answer your question, I don't know. Non-applicable. I don't wear cologne. I've bought cologne. 'Cause again, I have thought, oh my God, Charlie, you should wear cologne. That would be a great like piece of your aesthetic when you're meeting people and shaking hands and hugging on folk. Um, so I have cologne, but I've just never really used it. I put them on once and it's like, oh, and then I forget. Then it's annoying. I barely wear jewelry. I do wear a nice diamond ring now that has like a shit ton of diamonds. It's a family heirloom. Um, it's like a $6,000, $7,000 ring. It's really crazy actually, but I do wear that now. But even before then, I didn't really wear jewelry either. So I'm just really basic. I just like have a good looking face, and that's it. I don't do anything else. Sorry, Liam. What other questions do you have, Liam, for me? I feel like you have a lot of questions, and I'm very happy I can answer them. I'm very happy about that. But yeah, Kendra, I will slide into your DMs um about AOS when I can gather some receipts for you. Um I think you should be able to get in. I think looking at your content, if they let me in, I mean, they should definitely be letting you in. I mean, you know what I mean? Um, that is what you do. Good. That's funny. That is funny. Of course, Kendra. Of course. Of course. Thank you for the sub, Liam. I really appreciate you. Tell us, can I ask some questions? Tell us a little about yourself, Liam. What brought you to the channel? How did you discover me? Was it just am I just on the front page of YouTube right now? And you said, "Oh, look, attractive man is on my screen. Let me go see what he's talking about." What brought you here? Oh my God! Listen, this lip balm has got my lips looking so fucking sexy. Like, no lie. I mean, I mean, God, makes me want to kiss myself. Ugh, the power of a lip balm. The power of a lip balm. Thank you, Kendra. And by the way, as a new member of my Patreon, Kendra, let me go over some of the perks of being a part of my Patreon. So first and foremost, you always get content. You get weekly content. At the bare minimum, you get a tarot lesson every week. I draw some cards and I talk about some lessons and some perspectives that you should keep in mind for the week. These are just general life lessons for the collective. I think it's great advice. I think these posts are designed to get you to think critically about what types of perspectives you are leading with during the week when you start the week. I think that's great, to have a really um, well thought out mindset when you start your week, because how you start things is how you propel into the week, and you can take that energy all throughout the week. And if you start off on the wrong foot, it can fuck up your entire week. Been there, done that. Okay. So, there is a little bit of a tarot aspect to my Patreon because it is something I'm passionate about. Um, I think you're in the butterfly, so you get that. But now that you are a member of the Patreon, if you were to ever want to get a full length tarot reading from me, which by the way, you get one free every time someone joins my Patreon, you get a free tarot reading, which lasts anywhere from like 20 to 60 minutes, and it's filmed, and you get to keep it. It's really great. We'll get there. But the way I charge prices for my Patreon for my tarot reading services is it's $10 for new clients. That's a fucking steal. Okay? It's a fucking steal. I don't make any money off of I make barely any money off of that. That's like working, you know, um it's almost like $10 an hour, to do that. Um so it's a really good deal. It's a really, really great deal. But as a member of my Patreon, you get a discount. So after the first reading, it's $20 per reading. And then, hey, Safety Man, what a great name. After your first reading, you pay $10. Second reading, you pay $20. But if you are a member of Patreon, all your readings after the first is $15. So you get a discount from, being a member. And that's because you're already paying to be part of my Patreon. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just think it's a great added perk. Um, Welcome to the stream. If you're new here, by the way, this is Office Hours with Cho, yours truly. And this is a weekly stream where I just kind of let my hair down and we talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's just like if you were to visit your professor during his office hours. You can ask him questions about different materials. The materials in this case is anything you want, whether that's skincare, whether that's fitness, whether that's nutrition, whether that's finance, personal finance questions, or even politics or pop culture. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about here, okay? Um, so welcome. We do this every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern, and I usually am here for at least an hour, sometimes up to 2 hours. So we're looking at about 30 more minutes here right now. But to keep going on with my Patreon content. So you get access to tarot lessons every week. I talk about some personal stuff. I'm pretty transparent about my money situation on Patreon. I feel like if I'm going to take money from people that's supporting me, I have to be completely authentic and transparent about my business's finances, with my Patreon members. So, I think that's interesting because people don't talk about finances very often. I think there's like I don't know, there's just something about people not wanting to share that information. And I think that there is power in sharing vulnerable topics And so my Patreon really is about showcasing more of my vulnerable side. I do think that I'm a very open person outside of my Patreon, but I'm even more open and more willing to share some of the more vulnerable things in Patreon because my rationale is, well, if a troll is going to pay for my Patreon to come dig up information on me, then at least I'm getting paid for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, at least a bitch is getting paid for a hater to dig up some information on me. Go to the Patreon, dig up information, but you're gonna pay $4.99 for it. You're gonna pay a one-time fee for it. You know, um, I sometimes will release videos first on Patreon, so you get like exclusives. I will also give some further insight into commentary situations. I know that I think I talked about um, Crave Beauty and the homophobia situation with the owner, allegedly. I talked about that there. I talk about my big falling out with Paula's Choice there. Um, I talk about things on my Patreon that I would not talk about publicly, and for specific reasons. I don't want, when you're opening things up to the public, they can take advantage and they can misconstrue. So I think it minimize that risk on Patreon. So that's why I put a lot of the more intimate content there. You know, um, I do a lot of fitness updates there. So not that there's any gay guys. I think there's only females following me, but like there's some body shots there. Okay, I'm showing off the body because I'm giving like progress updates on my training and my fitness. So I do that on Patreon. I don't do that typically on public channels. So there's a lot to be had on my Patreon, and I hope that whether you are joining now or you join in the future, you consider it. I do a lot of recipes. I share like recipes there, like documented, like half a cup, 2 teaspoons, a tablespoon. I do that there because I show off a lot of my cooking on Instagram, but I don't really share like the step by steps. In It's not in like a format where you can take it and recreate it. I do that stuff over on my Patreon as well. So I do a lot of things on Patreon. Um, Kendra says, I have a money situation myself, so I'm definitely curious to hear your input. Well, we can maybe that. Okay, we'll do this privately, but you do get a free full length tarot reading, and you can ask basically whatever question you want. I'll take you through that process, Kendra. Um, Not to be arrogant, but let me be arrogant for a second. I'm a good fucking tarot reader. And the reason why I know I'm a good fucking tarot reader is because of the feedback that I get from my clients. And anyone that has gotten a tarot reading from me will tell you how high value it is and why they come back for more. Because they describe it. I don't describe it this way because I'm not reading myself. You know, they describe my tarot readings as a mixture between talking to your best friend and a therapist. And they say that it's always grounded in logic. And I love that because I think that people have this misconception about tarot as being some mystical, magical, serendipitous situation that you're like blowing up smoke and, doing voodoo and all this shit. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. That's not how I do tarot. My tarot is firmly rooted in the earth, in logic, and what makes fucking sense. Because that's what we're always trying to strive for in life. Is we're trying to make sense of life. And so my tarot readings are all about trying to unlock different perspectives that can help you deal and manage with life's struggles. Um, and so hopefully you find some value in that. We will talk about that in depth privately, Kendra. Um, so yeah, we'll chat about that. We got a lot of things to chat about, Kendra. You and I, we got a lot to chat about. I'm still sick. Fuck my life. I'm still sick. Um, Estra Blocks, hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. My name is Cho. Um, I hope that you consider subbing to the channel. Okay. If I have good looking lips, subscribe to the channel now. Oh my god, not. Oh my god, I hate being sick, guys. But if I have good looking lips, subscribe to the channel now. Hope you're subscribing. Um, like I said before, hopefully you were here when I said this. We do a weekly stream where we answer any and all of your questions. So ask me questions: skincare, fitness, finance, nutrition, recipes, politics, whatever you want. Let's talk about it. I do need. Luckily, Kendra, I am sleeping in. I'm not waking up, and I'm not getting out of my bed until 10 o'clock. So don't you worry. Um, this stream will go no longer than 20 more minutes. I will be in bed at 1 o'clock, and then I will be getting out of my bed at 10 at the earliest. So that's a good 9 hours of rest. That's a good 9 hours of rest. You know, yeah, I won't be getting out of bed past 10 tomorrow. Not gonna happen. Staying hydrated too. Don't worry, mom. I'm staying hydrated. Did safety man? Did you leave already, safety man? How was your day? You didn't tell me how your day was. I told you I'm doing okay. Um, but money situations. Listen, we've all got money situations. I feel as though, um, thanks to the boneheads leading our country, thanks to the boneheads leading our country, they have exasperated an already tepid situation economically in our country. And it's unfortunate because things weren't great before. They weren't. I know people are saying, oh my God, things were so great with Trump. They weren't. They weren't. They weren't great. They were improving. I can listen. We can talk about it. They were improving, but they weren't great. By no means were things great during those years. What I feel like what we're doing now is we're accelerating. We are pushing our foot on the gas pedal to drive our country into economic hell. And I know why that is. It's because a lot of big business and a lot of big government, they thrive off of debt. They thrive. Those individuals, they thrive financially off of the economic devastation of the majority. So it makes sense. I'm not surprised. You know, what can you do? Um, mm-hmm. Yeah, we can talk about it. But y'all not really ready to have a conversation about it though. Because I'll get canceled with the quickness if I say what I really think about a lot of these situations. Y'all aren't really ready to have the deep conversations about these topics because they're uncomfortable. A lot of uncomfortable conversations need to be had. But it's human nature. I get it. Human nature, people want to be comfortable. People don't want to be stressed out. You want life to be easy. But some of these conversations are uncomfortable and they need to be had. They really do. Honestly, truly. Anyway, Um, any more questions? Because I'm losing steam, guys. I'm losing steam. I need to get questions in order to stay live. Because I'm at that point now where I've now been live for an hour and 45 minutes. We've got 15 minutes left, but I will end the stream early if you guys have no questions. Okay? I will end things early if we have no questions. But if we have questions, I would love to stay longer. Because I love running my mouth. I love to run my mouth. My lips are just. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with my lips. Mm. Big smelling, big smelling, big smell in the city. You seem like you need more fiber in your diet. Actually, I don't. I get a lot of fiber because I purchase a lot of keto products, a lot of ketogenic products, and how they produce. So, for example, how they produce bread, for example, that is keto friendly is that they actually add a lot of fiber into it to reduce the net carbohydrate intake in your body. And so it will actually have, you could have up to 9 grams of fiber in there because it may have 10 grams of carbohydrates. But when you calculate net carbs, you subtract the fiber content from the total carbohydrate content. And that leaves you with a net carb of 1. 10 minus 1. So I get a lot of fiber. Thank you for your concern. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I'm so happy that people are concerned about other people's diets. You know, that's another thing that's terrible these days, guys. I know. Should I even say, should I get into this topic? See, when I'm live, I say I'm off the cuff. But this whole fat acceptance situation that's going on, I don't know. I'll just say that. No, I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not there because um, the data is the data. Hail Satan White. Hey Sean. Why can't you say Hail? Why are you spell it like that? Just say Hail. Welcome to the stream. If you like Satan, you might like my Memento Mori deck that I have. Let me show you this Memento Mori deck I have here, Sean. So, I don't know if you know what Memento Mori means, and you can see the upside down cross right there. So, I don't know if you're really into Satan or whatever. You might like that imagery. I just think it's really cute. Um, but this is one of my favorite tarot decks, actually. And it's a little gruesome, I would say. I'll show you a couple cards here. I think it's interesting. Yeah, that's the inside. I love it. I love the packaging so much. Um, it's a little horror aesthetic. I really love the length, the height of the cards, and I love the sides because they're very lush, very vibrant, very sleek, and I think it's a really nice aesthetic. And the cards are very I don't even know what to say. They're pretty violent. I'll be honest, they're a little violent. Um, there is the High Priestess, and she has a cross in her back as she's praying. Now, the High Priestess is a really great card to pull. It's all about your ingenuity, your ability to tap into your intuition, and your ability to manifest. That's the High Priestess is all about. It's a really great card to pull. It's one of the major arcana cards. So when you pull a major arcana card, it's actually trying to teach you a very important lesson for whatever time period that you're in, whatever season of life that you're in. It's a really important lesson that you need to learn. And usually when the High Priestess is unlocked in your reading, she's praying. So you think about what prayer means, and it could be talking to a higher power, or talking to the self, talking to your gut instinct. Again, this is all about unlocking your intuition and tapping into that and being able to communicate and to create and to manifest and to react to situations, um, using the right amount of balance between logic and intuition, because they're sometimes they can be in conflict. But I think that when you're able to tap into both of those aspects of your perspective, you can really lead yourself to successful ways of thinking, um, and to have successful outcomes. So I love this deck. I don't use it a lot for most clients unless they specifically ask for it. Because I just think that it can be off-putting to some people, but I use it for myself personally quite often. Oh, here's a good one. You want to talk about Satan, Sean? Here's the Devil card. Devil card. Devil card is a really interesting card. It's actually one of my favorite cards. It's not as scary as people think it is. The Devil card is mostly about addictions and the physical realm and the things that draw you to feel chained by your desires. Think about when you think about the devil, think about alcoholism, drug abuse, sex addiction, being a slave to your own temptations in the physical world is kind of what the devil is getting into. But the thing you have to always remember is that even though even though these chains are around your neck, they're loose chains. And you always have the free will to escape your own addictions. And so I think that the major lesson with this card is that even though it feels like you're trapped by your own temptations, you still, at the end of the day, have freedom of choice, free will, and you can choose to turn a new leaf. So, oh my God, I didn't mean for this to turn into a tarot lesson here. We pay for those. Sorry. um, as a reminder, I do tarot lessons on my Patreon. I give tarot lessons, weekly tarot lessons about life every week. Um, I do monthly in-depth tarot readings, and then I have clients who pay for me to do them privately whenever they want as well. And the new client pricing that starts at $10. It's a great fucking deal. Um, $10 for new clients, $20 for returning clients, and then $15 for Patreon members. So, but I didn't mean for that to turn into a tarot lesson just now. But Sean was talking about hailing Satan and white power and all that stuff. So I figured I'd pull my Memento Mori deck out. Okay, guys, we got 8 minutes. Any more questions? Any more questions we have? If we don't have any more questions, I'm going to leave. So if you don't have any questions, we'll say goodbye. If you do have questions, speak up now or forever hold your peace until next Saturday. As a reminder, these office hours are every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern. Okay? And we're here for at least an hour, usually up to 2 hours. typically 2 hours, or until my battery dies. I'm at 22% right now, so we're pushing it. Claire wants to know what's my name. My name is Cho. Claire Bear, nice to meet you. Welcome to the stream. My name is Cho, CHO. Nice to meet you. Any other questions? You have to wait till next week. If you don't ask them now, you have to wait till next week. I love my demon slaying dagger. It's really cute. Absolutely. We love this. I feel like an anime character when I Terrell Griffin. What goes on here? Good question. Good question. Excellent question. So this is Office Hours with Cho. On the main channel, the videos are typically about skincare commentary. So I break down different industry news as it relates to the skincare industry and from the perspective of a consumer advocate. So I expose influencers for lying through their fucking teeth. I talk about brands who are scamming their customers. I talk about brands that go bankrupt. There's a few going bankrupt right now. I talk about a lot of things as it relates to consumer advocacy and skincare brands, beauty brands, skincare influencers, all that shit on the main channel. However, this live stream is more of an ask me anything. It's more of an ask me anything goals here, okay? So I'm interested in skincare. I know a lot about skincare products. I know a lot about nutrition. I studied nutrition. I am a stock investor, so I enjoy personal finance and stock markets type conversations. Um, I am into fitness. I have a nice ass. I have good glutes. Okay. I am a long distance runner. I take my health seriously. I love nutrition. I love food. I eat like my life depends on it. And I think that you should eat like your life depends on it as well. And overall, I just give unsolicited opinions about whatever I want to give all the time. And so my office hours is an opportunity for you as the viewer to ask me questions on any range of topics that you want, and I'll give the best answer I can to you that is available to me. That's what goes on here every Saturday at 11 p.m. Eastern. I'm usually here for at least an hour. Most of the time, I'm here for 2 hours. So we're getting ready to end the stream right now. But if you're interested, give me a subscription, and I hope to see you next Saturday. Um, Also, you can always go over to my Instagram. I do a lot of reviews of skincare products there. I do a lot of lifestyle content there on my Instagram. So you can see me working out. You can see me cooking food. You can see me playing with my two pit bulls. You can see me, talking shit about brands. You can see all that stuff on Instagram as well. So, you don't have to wait until next Saturday. You can go subscribe to my Instagram, which is thatcho, THAT_CHO, if you're interested. So that's what goes on here. I have beautiful skin. Sorry, I know that may be arrogant to say, but I have beautiful skin. And so I try to achieve skin that is aesthetic, not just healthy, because you can have healthy skin that's not, glowing and beautiful and gorgeous. But I strive to have aesthetic skin that is both healthy and looks good. And so I'm always striving to achieve that. and I give my own product recommendations based off of that as well, my own experiences. I review. I'm sponsored by a couple skincare. I'm partnered with a couple skincare brands. I'm partnered with a couple supplement brands. Um, so if you need advice on different products, I have opinions, and I'm always willing to share them. Hopefully that covers it all. I'm currently sick right now, so I feel like I don't look my best because I feel like I'm dehydrated. I'm sniffling. My nose is always red. It's just like I'm going through a shit festival right now. Any other questions before I go? Because if I don't get any more questions, we're gonna go. But thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I really, really appreciate that. Again, every Sunday you'll see a live here. So I don't know where you live, Terrell. Is it Terrell or Terrell? How do I pronounce your name? How do I feel? Kayla King wants to know, how do I feel about the Alba brand? Is that? I don't know. I've never tried that brand. I never tried that brand, Kayla. I want to look it up now. I'm gonna look it up. Um, it's an Amazon brand. Italian white truffle first spray serum, vegan skincare. You gotta be careful with some of this vegan shit now, okay? Okay? Listen, I know that, the clean girls are in full force. Okay, the clean aesthetic girls are in full force. No parabens, no petroleum, no this, no that, no preservatives. They will have your shit spoiling in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm just saying. I am a fan of parabens. I am a fan of preservatives. I'm a fan of science. Okay, so sometimes when I see vegan, I'm thinking, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like it's one thing to be cruelty free, but to also be vegan is like what does that say about the brand? Let me visit the Alba Piedmont store. Okay, let me premium vegan brand. Well, the models look fantastic. They look fantastic. I like the packaging. The packaging's cute. The gold and white and silver. I like it. And it's an Italian brand. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna sticky this, Kayla. I'm gonna sticky this and do a little bit of investigating. Okay. Um, the Alba. What's their story? They've got sun care. They've got sunscreen. They got 3 sunscreens. So this brand must have been around. This must have been around for a long time because formulating sunscreens is an extremely difficult process. It's a very long process. It's a very expensive process, and a lot of skincare companies don't even wrestle with the idea of making sunscreens because of the regulations, because of the expense, and because of the time, and it's hard to do sunscreen right too. Um, but as a European sunscreen, they may have some interesting filters. I'm gonna look into this brand. I always love hearing about new brands. What new to me brands? Spray serum. I'm into sprays. What do they mean? What do they mean? These are affordable prices too. These are mid-tier prices. I love a mid-tier price point. $35, $45. That's right up my alley. White truffle first aromatic spray serum, fragrant vegan glowing. Okay. Calming and hydrating. I'll look into them. It's Korean skincare. Okay, excuse me. I just saw the Italian. I just saw the Italian stuff. Um, Okay, so De Alba di Italy. Therefore, De Alba was born and inspired by white truffles grown in Italian sanctuary Piedmont, full of gifts from nature, also known as diamond underground. So the Italian that's part of their aesthetic and the use of white truffle. It's part of their story, the story of their branding. Interesting. Okay. To look it up. I'll look it up. I'll be looking it up. Smells amazing. That's nice. Thank you, Kayla. I love this. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know about this brand. I'm gonna look it up. See, I'm gonna see what's going on. I love a good spray. I love a good mist. There's something luxurious about, you know what I mean? It's something good about a little bit of a spray here and there. It just makes you feel rich, right? Do I have any? Do I have recommendations? She asks. Does Cho have Of course, I have tons of recommendations, but it really depends on what your skincare concerns are. I mean, I can sit here and talk about. Listen, child, I have a million fucking products right here. I mean, I have products right here, ready to talk about. Um, but it really depends on what your skincare concerns are. You know, um, are you looking for something that is and obviously what's on the forefront of my mind right now is the Allies of Skin buy one get one free sale, because that is the biggest sale of the year for my favorite skincare brand. We're talking Allies of Skin, which is a luxury skincare brand. But they also have a subsidiary brand called PSA, which is much more affordable relative to the Allies of Skin price point. And this buy one get one sale is fucking incredible. We've done the math, and you are able to get up to 72% off of some particular items in the catalog. Crazy. There's no better sale of the year. So, um, again, it depends. I mean, what are you looking for in a skincare product these days? What are you trying to achieve with your skin? I give you my Shop My platform. Shop My is a platform for affiliate marketers such as myself, where and that is an ad because there are affiliate links everywhere on that link on that page. They're most of them, and I'm gonna just say all of them. They're not all affiliate links, but I just to cover my bases, they're all affiliate links. I just said I don't mind saying that they're all affiliate links. I don't care. Um, but that platform is going to give you different recommendations based on category. So I have um, I have a section that gives you all of my recommendations for vitamin C alternatives to L-ascorbic acid. I'm on a really big anti-L-ascorbic acid campaign right now, and so I have a shelf where I'm giving all of my recommendations for alternatives to um, L-ascorbic acid. I also have a shelf where I go over um, what my current routine looks like. So I actually always update that to let my viewers know this is what I'm using right now. I'm using, the Alice of Skin 35% vitamin C serum. I show you what sunscreens I'm using right now. I go over that. I have a shelf for my Holy Grail products. So those are the products that are literally my favorite products of all time in each category. So we're talking favorite cleanser of all time, favorite hyperpigmentation serum of all time, favorite exfoliant of all time, favorite moisturizer of all time, favorite hydrating serum of all time, favorite sunscreen of all time, favorite essence slash toner of all time. I go through all of the categories and give you my favorite from each of those. So I have a section of just Holy Grail products. Those are the products that I tend to recommend all the time in those categories. Um, and those are also the products that I buy over and over and over again. If I'm buying a product with my own money, I'm usually buying one of those products at any given time. So those are my Holy Grail products. I also have a shelf for cleansers. I have a shelf for toners and essences. I have a shelf for exfoliants. I have recommendations for every skincare category you can imagine. Now, if you want to have like a deeper conversation about some skincare concerns you may have, maybe you want to better manage your acne, I do have a shelf there for that. But just DM me. Go get on Instagram and go slide into my DMs. My name is That Cho, THAT underscore Cho. We can talk about it. We can talk about it. Honestly, I guess my only concern would be just random acne. Oh my God, would be just random acne every now and then. And then I may be thinking from not staying consistent with the same skincare, always trying something new. Yeah. So, for people that subscribe to my Patreon, I offer free in depth skincare consulting. But I'm pretty lax about that. If you slide into my DMs on Instagram, I'll help you pick up products. I'll talk about it because I'm just really passionate about it. But I do like really intense write ups. So if you want like a personalized plan for skincare consulting, I think it's like $3 a month on Patreon where you can unlock that benefit. Just anyone that's part of my Patreon, you get that free skincare consulting from me at all times, if you want it, it's always available to you. But I write up some like a really in-depth plan with links to resources, links to why I'm recommending what I'm recommending, etc., etc. In terms of acne management, I think it's really important to figure out when you're getting the acne. I think you said you are not being consistent. Um, I would probably need to know what products you're using. So again, I implore you, especially right now, because I only have 10% left on my phone, so I have to go soon. But I really implore you to slide into my DMs on Instagram, because I can definitely help you there. Um, a lot better than I can here on a public format. Um, I can list off a million products that I have had success with dealing and managing my acne because I get acne too. Even this beautiful, gorgeous face you see right now, I've got acne right there. So, you know, um, I'm also managing acne. The good thing though for me is that I've gotten to a place where I can get acne, but it does not last long and it does not impact the overall vibe of the face card. So I get acne, but my face card still doesn't get declined anywhere. Do you know what I mean? And that's because my routine is good. You have to understand that sometimes irritation and acne is unavoidable because you're living life. And life happens, stress happens, eating something bad happens, dehydration happens occasionally, getting sick happens. There are things in life that's going to cause your skin to freak the fuck out, and that's okay. But I think having a consistent, solid routine that's always addressing those base skincare concerns is really important because if you're like me, you'll get acne sometimes, but it won't really ruin the vibe of your face. Do you know what I mean? And so we can work together to get you to a place where even if you do get the occasional acne, it's not life changing. It's like you don't have to put a paper bag over your head and stay at home all day. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to do all that. So, but if you just want a quick list of recommendations, um, there you go. That is my acne management shelf right there. I will tell you, before I got 9% left, I will tell you, this shit right here zaps acne. Zaps acne. This is the PSA Liquid Clarity. It has BHA in it, 2% BHA. It has zinc PCA in it. It has bakuchiol in there. This zaps acne. This is empty. Actually, this is empty. I need to buy this during the BOGO sale. Let me give you the full length. I'm gonna give you the full length review I did of this product. Read that review of that product. Too long didn't read version is this is an expensive product because it's only 0.5 ounces. And so I recommend that people buy this only during the buy one get one free sales, because you get basically you bring the price of this down to $15, or actually like $12. You bring the price of this bottle down to $12 each during the buy one get one free sale. At only 0.5 ounces, you really can't use this on your entire face because you'll be out in a week. Okay? I'm exaggerating, but you will go through this really quickly and it's disappointing. But the cocktail of ingredients here is really effective and it's so genius. It's better than the 2% BHA by Paula's Choice. There, I said it. I said it. It's better than the liquid BHA, 2% salicylic acid by Paula's Choice. It is. Sorry, it is. It works quickly. It's crazy. I recommend that you don't use this over the face. Now, unlike Paula's Choice, their product is a better value purchase because you can use it on your entire face and it works great. But this, because of the small size and the price point, I do recommend that you use it as a spot treatment because it's going to just go, your money's going to stretch a lot longer. Now, listen, if you're dating Jeff Bezos, then who the fuck cares? You use it on, use it on your entire face. It's great on the entire face, by the way. But listen, I'm not in that tax bracket, so I use it as a spot treatment. But it's a wonderful product. Wonderful, wonderful product. Stress is such a trigger for your acne. Yeah, it is. Any other questions, guys? No, I can't. No more questions. I got 6% left. I gotta go. Kayla, thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate you being here and being engaging. I really want to take this conversation further, so feel free to subscribe to the channel here, of course, obviously, because we're here every Saturday, 11 p.m. Eastern, for 1 to 2 hours every Saturday for questions, just open-ended questions, office hours with Cho, okay, for 2 hours. But otherwise, I'm always available on Instagram every day. So thank you so much. Kendra, shout out to you. We've got a lot to talk about. As a new Patreon member, I will contact you about your free tarot reading. I will contact you about that other situation that we talked about in DMs. And thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate you. I don't take for granted that there are millions of people you could be watching right now on TV. There's millions of things you could be watching right now, but you chose to watch my crazy ass. So I really do genuinely appreciate the time that people spend. Listen, I value my time. Okay? And I know that if I'm valuing my time, I know you bitches are valuing your time as well. So I really appreciate you spending your time with me. That's such an honor. And I will talk to you guys soon. I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys have a good night, and we'll chat soon. How do I exit out of this? I'm like an old person. How do I exit out? Okay, we're ending. Have a good night, guys.